Don't you forget you're special. Don't you forget you're special.
We were all born different, even those that look alike, even twins of differences and can be identified.
Welcome to the Able Show. My name is Elon Carter, and I'm here with my co-host,
Kendra Shoemaker.
Samantha Bowie.
I'm Rebecca Cristancho.
and today's guest is someone that actually may join the Able Show family. We're looking so forward to having director, poet, Tracy Danielle. DJ X-Ray, come on and bring it on.
Or give up on your quest. You can call me if you need someone to vent to. I know you just trying to be the best you. You can make it too, I swear it's all in your mental. All you gotta do is just know that you're special. Come on.
Life will always test you, turn you to the best you. Don't know what you've been through. Hope you get through. I can be a friend.
Welcome back. We are here with Tracy. I'm so excited to have you here. I love this show. I keep meeting people that I know that are friends, and I don't even know. And you know what? I don't even know that you did what you did. Like, I don't even know my friends are my friends that are in the business. This is people we grew up with.
Yes,
You know, it's
definitely.
amazing because she is a director and a producer, and you did music videos. How did I not know that?
And you guys have just been friends and you didn't know anything?
Yeah, we have been mutual friends, and I've
Well,
known
that's
her
just
for
true
so long.
friendship. It's like all that
Known
other
her
stuff.
for years.
No, I'm always so happy, especially when I see women power. I get so excited.
It's amazing.
This is great. It's great to be here. It's great to see what everyone's doing here at the Able Show and what Davina has dreamed about actually coming to fruition. And,
Yes.
you know, seeing you ladies doing what you do, it's fabulous.
I know, it's wonderful. And when they were telling me you were coming, and then I started reading, I'm like, oh, I don't know, that might be somebody else. And they're like, no. And then I go, oh my goodness, because I had this conversation, and Davina and I were speaking about, you know, some projects that we're gonna have under the Able Show with disabilities, and she's like, oh, Tracy's gonna join us.
Yeah. I'm
So
looking
can
forward.
you hear
We're
about
hoping-
those who we're in talks with?
Well, one of the projects we are talking about is doing some work with Keith and being able to get his music back out there with the music video.
Keith
by
Washington, if no one
Keith
knew who that
Washington,
was.
yeah.
They're younger than us.
He's been on the show though, right? I think so.
I think I wasn't
Yeah.
here, but maybe.
Yeah.
Yes, he has been on
If
the
you
show.
haven't listened to his music, you should listen.
Yeah, no, I know
Beautiful
exactly.
voice.
I think I definitely interviewed him.
Yeah, and the new music is really good.
Yeah.
Really, really good.
Okay.
So, you know, coming up with visuals is always a fun activity, and putting someone in a great light, telling a story. You know, coming from doing music videos, we were doing little movies,
Yeah.
little mini movies.
Back in the day.
Shooting on film, telecine, all of that we had to
Wow.
do, and it was like a little story with the I don't know, what would you call it, the performance part. You would always have to have like some performance, maybe
Yeah.
2 or 3 performances depending on your budget, and interweaving that through a little storyline, like a little 3-4 minute storyline. So
And it was so different with the storyboard compared to now because the productions were so expensive. Like you had to have a big budget.
Yeah.
We're in the era with the big, you know, music videos, and
Yeah.
I didn't even know you were doing the videos. I was in the videos, right? And
Yes.
actually they paid pretty good back then. I had
Yes.
this conversation earlier.
So that's the thing. So I always would see you like at different parties or someone's house and stuff like that. So we never really were all talking about what we did, you know what I mean?
Right.
And just connecting. But yeah, I mean, there's so much to know about a person. I think we have so many layers in our lives. And as we mature, we get more layers, more layers of information, and just being yourself and being able to share. I feel like the time that we're in right now, if you don't do what you want to do, then there's something wrong, because it's the iPhone alone
So
allows you to
different.
do stuff. She's doing her little blog and you know, all these different
She's so
things you
good at
can do.
that all the time.
Yeah, so you know, you want to put yourself out there, support other people, making sure to encourage each other, you know? I love seeing people help each other
Yes.
on the way up, kind of balancing things. And Davina, she came to something that I was doing for a friend. I interviewed her, and it was just great.
Yeah.
It's great. Seeing
I
people do
think
what
it
they want.
raises the vibration, right? Which is very positive, and it helps us to have more success. I think that's the direction that we're going in. But going back to the music videos, like you came in the era of hip hop, what made you want to get in hip hop, and especially being a female director? Because back then there were very few, there was only a handful of people that did the music videos, and you knew who they were, and it was like circling around. So as a woman, you had to have a different perspective, and you work with Tupac.
Yeah.
What video? I want to ask, because I did 2 Tupac videos.
So I did How Do You Want It? I did
Those are good ones. I didn't do that.
what's it? I did a lot of the Thug Life ones with his brother Mo and those other guys. 2 of America's Most Wanted, All About You. Oh man, I need to look at my list of credits. Sometimes those are the ones that stick out in my mind
So
right
cool.
now. But All About You was fun because I had the little modeling scene in that. And then we did How Do You Want It? I mean, I did.
love that video.
I love that song.
that song.
Yeah, it just, you know, how do you want it?
I used to always try, because I'm so corny. I used to always try to do like the beginning of it. I try to rap it, and I remember just going over and over till I got the lyrics down in the very beginning, and then after the first verse, I couldn't do no more. But I just knew I was gonna get that song down. That was such an iconic song.
Yeah.
How was it working? Because the videos that I did do with Tupac, he wasn't on the set, neither one. Neither times.
Wow. Did you do, so Kevin Swain was doing a lot of videos with him too. It's like I was getting the more difficult ones. He was getting like
Yeah, I
the
worked with Kevin.
California Love, different ones. And I'm doing 2 of America's Most Wanted, and the one where the girls are taking off the clothes. And
Yeah, you got the more
I'm
difficult.
like,
How were the guys, George? I know that was fun back then, because that's what they were wild back then.
oh my God. So many stories. I want to tell you the one How Do You Want It that I did, it was great because we did different sets, like back in the day, what was it, like 1800 kind of style of clothing, and then a little cowboy scene. And it was just a fun video, but then you put the accent of the girls in there, and it was the girls the stripper girls.
And now it's like a thing, but back then it was like a big deal.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
different now.
Yeah, so it was fun. Always the hair, the makeup, the glam squad is always
on point.
fun. I love
that.
I love the glam squad. And just the whole the set. This is how you guys take a white psych and you make it look like we're at someone's home, getting ready to have a glass of wine, champagne, or some tea, and talk about the
wait
book.
to watch the videos. There was video channels all day, and you don't have that anymore. And that was so much fun just to watch the videos and go, oh, which one is that one? The new one's coming out.
Yeah.
That was fun.
It was fun. I remember the first time I directed this video for Lazy Bone, and it was called How Do You Want It? And the first time I saw it come on like MTV Raps or whatever, I was like, oh my God, there's a video, there's my name. I was
just so proud of yourself.
It was so much fun. Yeah, but we can just pop on YouTube and Vimeo and watch whatever, I mean, we all have our own little channels, what I mean? We all have our own little antennas out.
Yep.
So it's a good thing. It's a good thing.
Well, we're going to go to break. We're going to get more stories from Tracy. DJ X-Ray, bring it on.
This world's against you, and you forget you're special. Don't you forget you're special. Don't you forget you're special. Don't you.
We're back with Tracy Danielle. We're hearing more stories. I want to hear about your book of poetry.
Yeah, tell us about poetry.
Okay, so how I started writing, this ties into the becoming able to kind of move on. So I was about 9 years old, and I had a little sister who was born with a hole in her heart. She had surgeries and different things, and one of the surgeries she had, she didn't make it. So I was 9 years old, and I remember my parents and my dad telling me that she didn't make it, and I really didn't understand what he meant by she didn't make it. And then it became clear because all of my grandparents were there, and it was weird because they had me go to Knoxbury Farm with one of my friends, and I was on such a high from going to Knoxbury Farm and then coming home and learning this information it just like, it was probably the first gut punch. And grief, learning to deal with grief. I don't know if people think of grief in the way of something to have to deal with, but having, losing people in life and having to move on it's a grief. It's something that God gives us, I guess, to be able to move on. But grief for me, it's a serious thing because I miss, like my mom passed away, I miss my mom so much. I miss her. It's like not a day goes by. Like she would be here like supporting me right now if she was here. So when I learn of people who lose people and they're able to move on and keep going, there's something that makes us able in our life to keep going. And if it's your faith, God, praying, meditating, whatever it is that you do for yourself, I think it's really important to take that time to kind of center yourself and journal. So I'm 9 years old, I'm in the room that I used to share with my sister, and my bed was by the window, and I could see the moon out of my window. And I remember the first thing I ever wrote was like, I was writing to the moon, because I'm like, you're always there. You're always there no matter what. Just writing to the moon, and it doesn't matter if it's a sliver in the sky or if it's the fullest of the full moon, you're always there.
You felt her spirit.
Yeah, and I just, it was like, I don't know, the moon was like a comfort for me, just to look up in the sky in the evening and see the moon, that I felt like, oh, this is something shining not just on me, but the world. We have the sun, but the moon is so soft and it's almost like a comforting kind of feeling. So I started writing at that young age my thoughts. And I finally did a book because I went through all of these journals. I just had stacks and stacks and stacks of journals. And I was like, okay, I took one of those classes. There's a lot of self-help or different coaches and whatnot online, especially with COVID. And I worked during COVID, but I did come in touch with this woman, Shannon Yvette, and she had this book called Worthy. And it was like, okay, I am worthy. You know what, I'm gonna write this, do this poetry book. People are doing things, I'm like saying that we're in the era, if you want to express yourself, express yourself.
Yes.
Express yourself. So I'm like, you know what I'm gonna do? This is the first little low-hanging fruit, for me, was to do that. And then I did a little candle line. I know tons of people who've done candle lines and t-shirts and all those things, but you do yours. Yeah. And you support each other.
There's room for
you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, sometimes I'll buy friends candles, I'll go to certain things. You probably know Leah Pump. She does that thing for the girls. Yes. Which I love.
My daughter used to do the fashion shows.
Really?
I used to help her, yeah. Now she's 17, she can't be bothered. Because Leah's always like, try to get her to come, but I actually did a mother and daughter and did the runway thing with her.
Oh, yeah.
It was really cute. I had to get her to do it, but then she didn't want to do it with me again. She did it again next year. I was like, you gotta appreciate Mom used to be a model. She doesn't care. Yeah. But yeah, no, she does amazing stuff.
I love what she does. And there was someone there who had candles. I'm like, well, I'm gonna buy her candle. Just gotta support. I have.
That's another friend of ours who has those candles.
Yeah.
Is her name Kelly?
Is it? Yes.
I grew up with her.
Yes.
So, it's funny how we're all tied in together, but it goes back to what you just said, to support each other. Because Leah works for the pastor, and his wife is my best friend since we were little kids. I grew up with them. Like, he literally married, my ex-husband. I mean, we're all tied in together. And then we also have another mutual friend.
Yes.
And how we've evolved and grown up together. And like you said, we have layers, which really is gonna parlay to you joining. This first time we've had a guest that's gonna join our family. I'm so excited. This is gonna be so amazing.
Well, I mean,
Well, besides
technically we're
you.
a guest that joined your family.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah,
I forgot I was there too one time. I forgot about myself. Yay! Oh, well, thank you guys. See, my co-hosts those are my road dogs. We're your road dog too now.
Yeah, I love it. Love it.
So you're gonna assist, like, helping with people who have, some of the disabilities and how we can direct them and inspire them.
more
I don't know,
opportunities.
whatever we have planned, we know you're joining us, and I'm
Yeah.
excited to hear that.
Definitely. Yeah, there are all sorts of disabilities, and mental health is very important on so many different levels. And we as women, a lot of times we take on a whole lot and we just keep on trucking, put on
sure
our heels,
do.
and we keep on walking. And we're looking okay on the inside, but we definitely have to check on ourselves and check on each other.
Yeah, that's for
you
sure.
know? We don't want to crack. Like,
Yep, exactly.
I know we were just talking about some of the poetry recent and when you just started as a child, but what got you into the music videos, or how were you swung into Tupac's?
Okay, so I was working in LA. What was I doing before? I was waitressing at Doolin's on Crenshaw. And I was up in LA because I was interested in being a singer. I wanted to be a singer, okay? Because, like Les Nubians says, it's the best thing to be in life is a singer. It's just, and I've been singing in the shower forever. And I love to sing, I love to write songs. Actually, if I could get Beyonce to sing one of my songs, I would just be the icing on the cake.
You have to
Put that out there.
Yeah.
We have to take a break for a second. We will be back, but I want to hear about that because I think we're gonna find a way to get her one of your songs.
Yeah.
She don't want me to sing. I can't sing a lick. We will be right back with Tracy Danielle, DJ X-Ray. Bring it on.
I can be a friend who is someone you can vent to when it feels this world's against you and you forget you're special. Don't you forget.
We are back with Tracy Danielle. We're going to hear about more of her in the shower singing.
All right, before we go to the shower singing, I'm gonna get your question. So I was working in LA. I ended up, a friend of mine, Consuela, was working at this place called Fragile Films, and they needed some help. And it was during that era where we just had so many videos and things going on. I ended up as an intern. My first internship, I was working with propaganda. And that was one of the big production houses back in the day. And I was reconciling budgets and things like that, petty cash that they wanted me to reconcile. And when I was looking at the budget, I thought to myself, boy, I got to get to that point. I want to be the producer, the director. Although all of the day players made great money, and so did the Glam Squad. Glam Squad always made great money. But I worked my way up. I drove the 15-foot cube, picking up the like Chapman dollies and picking up the camera equipment from Kodak or Keslo, wherever it was, and whatever we needed to pick up. I was doing that. So I worked my way up. I ended up doing production coordinating, learning that. I've done pretty much everything on the set. I even learned how to change film mags. It's a whole thing to be able to do that. It's not just putting a tape in the camera. It's a very different way of filming that we used to do. So as I kept growing, I ended up doing my own company. I was working with I can't remember the First Right Productions, I think it was. We were doing things with Tupac. It was, I don't even know, I want to say Papa's song, one of the Thug Life songs we were doing. And I met Tupac and we just connected. It was an interesting thing. It's like he was, glowing. His energy was glowing. Oh. I didn't even know who he was. The guy I was dating at the time, his daughter, when she found out that I was working with him, she's like, oh my God, that's the guy that came from the group with Shock G. And she was like, oh, I gotta meet him, I wanna meet him. I'm like, we're gonna be doing some more videos, so you'll probably get to meet him. But eventually, after working with him a little bit with this other company, he asked me if I wanted to do a video for him and produce it, and he wanted to direct it. And that was the first one that he directed, and it was with Mac Mall, who was out of Mac Mall, Ray Love. They're out of up north. And it was a really good video, but when I look back on it, it makes me sad because all the guys are no longer here.
All of that.
Maybe one or two, maybe one of them is still here, but literally they all
So you
passed
think that
away
He opened
violently.
the door for you to parlay into that because if you're producing your first video and it's Tupac and he already had a big name, that was kind of
Yeah, so I was producing some before with other companies I was producing. There were so many, they had like Two-Headed Monster, Fragile Films, Kevin Swain had his company, I forget the other guy's name. A lot of Black people were able to get into that business and have ownership at that time. And for me, it was important for me to hire women and to hire people of color. And because, a lot of the sets wasn't that way. So I just think, like I look around here and I see that we've got lots of different people here. I see you have an accent. I'm interested to know where you're from. You all have different walks of life here, so that's great. But for me, it was an opportunity to get my own company going. More so. I think I would have kept producing anyway, but my own company going, that was the thing. But I definitely, working with him and Ice Cube, man, I mean, these songs, I'd listen to those songs sometimes like, oh my God, what are they talking about? And you got, what was, Lynch Mob was, what's it, Ice Cube's company, you got the Bad Boy one with the people over there in New York and Death Row, these companies. I'm like, you guys, our names, what you're saying is important.
Yeah.
Messages.
Well, what about what they're
definitely-
saying now? Nothing.
Yeah.
My son's a rapper and singer, and he comes in.
I love Trace.
Trace comes in. Blah, 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 blah. I was like, what are you talking about? And he's like, Mom, you just don't know. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, stop, the mumble jumble. And then he'll show me some rapper now, and I'm like, that dude wears a dress and has a purse. Like, I can't take him seriously. I come from the Tupac and the Ice
Right,
Cube.
yeah, they were-
And
right,
you
right.
are telling me he's the best rapper
were gangsters.
ever. And he has another, I'm like, I can't take it. The dude wears a dress. He goes, oh no, that's just, just for show. I go, no, I can't. Yeah. But do we just, I feel like we sound like probably people back, when our parents were young and they
our
were like
time.
rock and roll. Yeah, our music was better. I was like, I know I sound like
But
that.
the
they-
message was stronger.
Yes. And at least, rap back then, they were talking about their life experiences.
Yeah.
The rappers don't talk about that now. They
Yeah.
talk
Like
about
to keep
Gucci
that,
and
da-da-da.
everything. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're free advertisement.
Yeah.
So even though, yes, you wanted to say something prolific, now the only person like right now that we have close to Tupac for you guys would be Kendrick Lamar. He's the closest to that.
Tyler,
Right.
the Creator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tyler, the Creator. He's
got
he's a little different, but I'm more of a Kendrick Lamar, but he reminds me of a Tupac.
Yeah, definitely.
he's got a message.
Definitely. Yeah, I mean, that's our expression, and we have to, so far we can still express ourselves for the most part without it being a
Keep
problem.
our fingers crossed.
I'm
I'm not going to say it. You already know. How are we going to get your song to
Beyonce.
Yeah,
I got
you
a
got to figure
couple
that.
songs
You know,
I think
Ava
we'll
Reese
put out
making a
there.
comeback too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, I love
She's
her.
back on. I
You
love
gotta
her.
make it a trending
Yeah, I
audio.
mean,
Yeah.
I figure you just keep doing what you do.
Yeah.
I mean,
Just don't
why
give
not?
up.
I remember working on the Sinbad Soul Music Festival. That was like some of the best times of my
Oh,
life.
I went to one of the couple of them.
I had so much fun.
In the
Sinbad.
Caribbean.
Yes, I loved working on
Those were the. Oh my God, you guys don't know.
No,
in the 70s.
I don't go to festivals now. I don't know.
Oh, it was in the 90s. It was so much fun.
Imagine it was
They
more
were
fun.
so much fun, and I
Yeah.
remember them having like the comedic part.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
having, the 70s, the Earth, Wind, and Fire, and they had, of course,
love Earth, Wind, and Fire.
What is the guy with the white hat? You guys are playing his song. I can't even think of his name. Anyway, the great artists, so many great artists that were able to tour, who are still touring, and you have people on ships now, going to the old school cruises, and it's just great to keep that music alive and keep their legends alive. I mean, your family, you guys, you come from the music family, and I think
He's still going, 83 years old.
I
dancing
freaking love
every
it.
night.
I love
And all the other guys are young. They're like the youngest guy's in his 30s.
Wow.
Amazing.
It's so fun.
Wow.
Blessing.
I bet he probably was. I went on the Soul Train cruise. I bet that one I was on, he may have been.
He probably
before
was,
me.
because I know that he did one like a year or two ago.
Oh yeah, I'm going in November.
You are?
I
I went on a cruise years ago one time, and I ditched the
Soul
cruise.
Train
I was in
cruise
Spain,
sounds fun.
and that sounds like fun. But I got even with the patches, I got sick, so I'm scared to get on another cruise.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't get sick. It was good. I felt.
You're good?
I love it. I was dancing.
I'll just eat all day, and I'll be back, because all I do is eat. So
Yeah.
trouble.
Yep. Dancing with Derek.
Right? Oh, I just saw him. There was a picnic last week, and Derek was there.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah. That's good stuff.
So, well, we want to share your upcoming stuff.
Okay.
Anything that you want to talk about, because we already know that we're gonna be joining each other and collaborating, but we want everyone to know where to get your book, how to find you on social media.
Sure. So for social media, it's Tracy Danielle _TD for touchdown. And I love football.
You like football?
I do. I like football. I don't like seeing them get hurt, but I do like football.
Oh.
Touchdown. I like the touchdowns. So that's where you can find me, is tracydanielle.com as well, or Tracy Danielle _TD. Pretty much all of my social media is Tracy Danielle. I have a company called Life Expressions, and it's just about your vessel, your vision, and your voice. Everything that I do, I'm doing it for myself and for others. Like if I can help myself, then I feel like maybe I can help somebody else, you know? So when I do my life expression, I hurt my shoulder holding the phone, you know, for so many years working and writing, not wearing the headset. And so I can't like put my arm up, you know, when you make the V so nicely. So it's kind of off. It's not like the complete V, but I, you know, use my image on the t-shirts, and that's like my logo. So I figure we are our own vessels. Yes. We have our voices and we have our vision. And if we can let our love energy flow, that's what it's all about.
I like that. Very inspirational.
Yeah, and we can find your book on Amazon?
You can actually find it on Amazon, or if you go to my website, I have it there too.
That's amazing.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, thank you,
Thank you
Tracy.
so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We look forward to seeing you soon, because we will be seeing you soon.
Yeah.
Yes, it was great.
I hope you guys enjoyed today's show, and you will be seeing Tracy again very soon. Take it away, DJ X-Ray.
I can be a friend who is someone you can vent to. When it feels this world against you, and you forget you're special. Don't 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 you forget you're special.
Hey, you are special, and don't forget it. Even when everyone neglects to mention how you did for them when they didn't. I know life ain't always fair, but keep living. Cause after you lose it, that's when you miss it. And when you need them, that's when they get distant. But in person, they act like y'all have a friendship. Just remember that they make their own decisions, because it's their life just like it's yours. Life is a room, so keep up with your chores. If you want a lot, you gotta do more. Just think positive and always move forward. When you feel like you're falling, I won't let you. If you ever get scared, then I'll protect you. When you feel like quitting, I won't let you. I'm saying this because